The state of North Carolina is considered a child care desert when it comes to infant toddler care. That's according to the North Carolina Early Education Coalition. Democratic Governor Roy Cooper recently in Charlotte touting his recommendation for $1.5 billion investment into child care and early childhood education. And facilities say that help is desperately needed, with wait lists through the roof and some centers struggling to find qualified staff. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre shares more from a local child care center and the challenges it faces.
I think there was a labor shortage in this industry for the past 20 years, but the pandemic just electrified it.
Cynthia Barnes is the founder and director of Charlotte Child Development Center. She says finding qualified staff with degrees in early childhood education or related experience is a major challenge. She adds the pandemic wiped out the veterans in the industry.
The people that were older, that had been in the industry for years, that had the degrees, that had the experience, they stayed home to take care of family members, or they just got out of the field entirely.
Barnes has spent thousands of dollars on ads and now hired a recruiter to find staff. She says pay is a factor.
When fast food restaurants started paying $20 an hour for someone in high school, it's hard to match that in the early childhood setting and keep care affordable for families.
She is asking state leaders for help to support higher wages, better benefits, and streamline the process to get more educators through the doors more quickly.
If there was a way to do a preliminary background check that was acceptable to the state, that would allow us to get people hired and into classrooms, I think that we would see less of a struggle.
The cost for medical exams can also be a deterrent for some candidates.
You're asking somebody who's not working to pay out of pocket anywhere from $250 to $350 to just be qualified to work in a center where they won't see a paycheck for another several weeks. So it's a lot to ask of staff, but it's also a lot to ask of a school to provide that up front.
Meanwhile, Governor Roy Cooper is proposing a budget investment of $1.5 billion in child care and early childhood education.
Well, right now, our child care system can support less than 30% of the families out there. Every child ought to have the opportunity for early childhood education.
It's financial support Barnes says has helped keep her doors open, and she hopes gets the backing it needs.
I can honestly say that the stabilization grants that have come through the state have saved this business over and over again. When we've gone through lulls of enrollment or we can't find staff, so we're running at half capacity, the bills don't change.
Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.